Hello everyone, I'm Ilarian and I'm doing this video as a thanks to the PONOS team because they managed to restore the progress, although I lost the inquiry code for this game. Now, I'm not much of a serious gamer, but I do enjoy this game, and I did find some of the cats in this game that I really wanted to have, and it would have been a great pain to actually lose the progress after all the time that I did spend with it. I will refer to the game, to the cats that I would be the most distraught by losing this progress. The first, of course, is the cyberpunk cat, which is my artillery piece of the team. It slows every non-metal enemy, and it does long-range area damage. This is basically the anchor to the entire advanced progress that I make with my cats. If the enemies manage to break the front line, this cat slows the progress down and allows my cats to actually hold the line until they get better attackers on the team. This is one of the cats. The second one that I received just recently, even though it's just the level 15, is the Power Backhoe cat, which is the evolve stage of a backhoe cat. Now this cat is virtually useless against all but the non-metal enemies. However, in its uselessness, it does have a very important use in my team. It is basically a door stopper for the enemy. The enemy can attack this cat, but unless it's the metal enemy, this cat will actually not attack at all. It will just hold the line until it's destroyed or until some other cat comes forth to relieve the backhoe of its duty. It does attack the base though, and in this case it's very useful. Then I've got the Raiden cat, which I was very fortunate to get, even though I do miss the twin stars, which I had in another instance of this game, but I lost the progress of that one too. However, in that case, I didn't have much of a choice. My phone was destroyed, being broken down, and I had to send it to the repair shop, where they restored the functionality completely because it had a broken screen. The battery was nearly dead, so I actually lost that progress and I couldn't restore it in any way. Next is the Bazibon or Bora cat. Bora. It doesn't have the cat behind it. This one is the anti-alien. It's the barrier breaker, warp blocker enemy. Incredibly resistant and massive damage dealing against the aliens. It also has a bit more range than the Dragon Slayer Raiden. and even against the War God Kenji it has longer range. But this one, War God Kenji, is anti-black. It's resistant to the black. It deals more damage after a certain amount of damage has been done to it. And it does have the area attack, but it's a fairly close quarters fighter. Now, while those are the most important ones in my team, I can't ignore the Gomon cat or the Thief cat, which is the resource provider. It gives me all the necessary gold I need to actually lead my cats to victory. Then it's the Saber Altar cat, which is an incredibly powerful anti-floating cat, immune to all negative effects that the floating enemies, or in my opinion all the other enemies too, are able to inflict upon my cats. It's against the wave attacks, it's good against the warp attacks, it's good against the weakening attacks, the freeze, everything that is able to slow down or freeze my troops. This one is good for. Then this is the Gardener cat, one of the most used units in my team. Very quick attacker, good against the zombies, and quite a lot of range now that it has the Weed Whacker, because it's now the Weed Whacker cat. This is the go-to unit that I use against the metal enemies because it has an insane speed of attacks. Then there's the Thaumaturge cat. It's the wizard of the team. It doesn't have quick attack animation, but it's good against all but the metal teams. Only the metal enemies are not extra affected by it. It weakens the enemies. It is a zombie killer, but it does have only single attacks. It doesn't attack en masse. Then I have the Bishop cat, evolved into the Senzo cat. It's also one of my most highly developed cats. It's actually a good black dog attacker because it has a longer range than the black enemies, the black dogs that is, and it does have a fairly good attack animation. So basically, before the enemy dogs can attack, this one already hits them and usually punches them back in one hit. So this is my go-to team for virtually all the situations that I can encounter. It's not perfect, but I use it all the time. Let's see. Well, I'll do the challenge battle. I think that's the battle that I was referring to. It's a no continuous battle, which means that if I get my headquarters destroyed, it's game over for me. And this is what I meant to say. The backhoe cat doesn't attack any but the metal units. Of course, during this time I can easily improve my economy. Let's put this into effect. Now I know I'm not really prepared for the attacks, but the backhoe cats are capable of simply holding back the line until I get everything sorted. Unfortunately, of course, this happens. Of course, during the time that the enemy took to summon the forces out of their base, I now prepared virtually everything that I needed. So this is the reason why I'm using all of the cats. The Weed Whacker cat is the go-to attacker of the weak units, and all the others are usually taken care of by the rest of my team. The Raven is good against the red enemies. It knocks them back. And the others are good against the black ones as well, as you can see. So basically I managed to win mostly by the use of the backhoe cat. Okay, let's see. Growing yellow. Could be interesting. Let's do the fry. Nope. Wait, do I have any other options? Well, let's try it anyway. Of course, I can't use the units that are good against the floating, but what the hell. The Gomon cat is practically a go-to cat for most of the things. Well, there you go. Well, it's not a perfect execution. I do believe that it's a winning one. Right, one more yellow catfruit seed. As I said before, thank you developers of PONOS, from the PONOS. I don't know if I would have even continued playing this game because it's, well, not very pleasant doing the progress of the game all over again. This is actually the third time that I installed the game and tried to play from the get-go. The first time I don't know what cats I had, but I didn't have many of the stronger cats. The second time I had the twin stars. I did get the Goy cat or whatever it's called, the one that jumps on the ball, or I don't know what that ball is called. However, suffice it to say that I did get some good cats. That twin star cat was definitely a very good one because it does have a virtually continuous attack. It has a very long animation of 3 attacks, and it's a very cheap to produce cat. That being said, these cats that I have here are also good. Now, a cat machine would also be good, but I have not yet received this one. I did get it on the second time that I did have the game restarted, but this being the third time and nearly fourth time, because I did start the game again in desperation, hoping that something would turn up, but of course if it didn't, I would probably just give up and let the game go. So really, thank you, PONOS, and all of your fine people that are working on the game. Alright, that would be all. Enough of my rambling and stuttering. If anyone likes this video, you can click a like. I'm not really collecting subscribers, but if you wish, you can subscribe. One more will not mean much because I do not have more than 7 subscribers at all. So, yeah. Until the next time, have fun, guys, and thanks.